Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for the spaced out retreat.
Oh,
Very much, very
yeah,
much so.
yeah.
Let's talk to everybody about what the spaced out retreat really is, because some people might not be aware of what it is. It's a multi-day, multi-technique retreat, right?
Art quilt retreat.
Space themed because we're going to be near Cape Canaveral, Florida, home of
Literally on the space coast of Florida.
That's right. But we do have Jean Wright coming to speak to us as well. And Cindy, tell us who Jean Wright is.
Well, she was actually the inspiration for doing this. I've seen her speak before at another quilting retreat. So she was hired by NASA for her dressmaking and sewing skills, and you just don't put that together in your brain. So she is our inspiration.
I know, Cindy, you had run a retreat before on the Space Coast, and you invited Kestrel and I to be part of this, which
What a weird mashup. Someone
We're all so different, but we figured out a way with this retreat to blend our very different talents into a product that's going to be really, really cool.
I think so. We all bring something very unique and different.
Mhm.
And yet the place where it all lines up is the cosmos. I invited Kestrel. Kestrel and I met on the set of the quilt show, filming the quilt show together the same week. And I had already noticed her quilts. She's a young thing in our industry. And her fine art background, along with her technical spin, she's a technical quilter. And Cheryl, you and I have spent how many conversations talking about how to get the youth, how to get younger people into quilting. Well, I'm telling you, this girl has a spin that I think is something that we all have something to learn from. And I also think it's a venue for the younger people to want to come into it.
that's really cool. I think what Kestrel does is so different from what Cindy does and what I do. So tell us, Kestrel, what you're going to be doing.
So I will be contributing kits for different spaceships to this retreat. So everyone who signs up will have the opportunity to choose which design they want. And I will bring the pre-cut kits that I have, designed and cut myself, and will show everyone at the retreat how to put together their own spaceship.
Cindy, you're going to be dyeing walking people dyeing the fabric, the backgrounds.
I've got 5 different techniques I'm going to teach that we're going to get all those done the first night. It's going to be rapid dyeing backgrounds the first night.
Very cool.
And then the next morning, Kestrel's going to start in at breakfast.
Yep. So we will be doing spaceships, and I'm also going to bring a enormous collection of pre-cut fusible backed pieces that I'm just calling space junk. They're shooting stars, they're clouds, they're rockets, they're satellites. All have been cut out of fabric, and those will be dyeable with some of the extra materials that Cindy's bringing. So anyone who wants to add space junk to their cosmos scene and customize the colors and make it fit, it will be a lot of fun.
Got her envelope in the mail, and I was so excited about the space junk. And then a few days later, I got your envelope in the mail. And Cheryl, I just have to say, I am over the moon about your little moon.
Yeah, well, what is a moon without some craters, right?
So you're going to be bringing in some of your smocking techniques.
All sorts of different fabric manipulations to make different moon and sun and all kinds of other weird textures for your planets.
The part I'm really excited about, and the part where I think you two really meet up because you're both such techno nerds, is on the lighting up of the quilts.
Yeah.
The LED lights.
LED.
Yes. Using conductive thread, which is was developed for NASA. And so it is very cool technology that allows you to put a battery and lights anywhere in your quilt, and your quilt is still washable after you are done. So it's pretty incredible
That's
stuff.
crazy.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
And I think that much like a challenge, every quilter is going to have their own vision. Every participant is going to have their own concept of space and their own vision of space. You know, we've discovered that just within the three of us. There's a generational split between the three of us. And when you ask us all, well, what do you think of when you think of space? That shows up in our selections and our choices. I mean, gosh, you two weren't even born when man first walked on the moon, and it was a major moment in my life, right? So I think that's going to bring in an interesting twist, the generations and what we all think of when we think of space, because it's got to be different for all of us.
Absolutely.
There's so many aspects.
Everyone has their own concept or definition or idea of what space is. And that's going to be something that's going to be just amazing coming out of this workshop, is the combination of the different techniques that the three of us as the instructors are going to bring will still allow everyone to create something that looks like their own definition of space. Everyone's going to have a picture that looks totally different despite using the same techniques to get there.
For anyone who is an art quilter who is also just looking for different techniques, and maybe, you know, they want to expand their repertoire, you know, space may not be your jam, but in the end, you're going to come away with new dyeing techniques, different technical cutting techniques, and the lights and the fabric manipulation. It's like this smorgasbord of everything you could possibly want as an art
That's
quilter.
right.
In a beautiful setting. I do want to caution that the retreat is already half sold out. Everybody gets their own sleeping space. We've got lovely areas for everybody. And so don't let any grass grow. If you want to do it, there's an option to just join it outright. And there's a payment option also. We want to make it easy for everybody to get involved.
Yeah.
I can't wait to show you our quilts. They will be coming soon. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to be spaced out.
What are you most excited about, Cheryl?
I honestly, I'm interested in the dye techniques, and also I'm interested in how Kestrel works, because I am such a not I'm not loosey-goosey, but I'm also not regimented. I often say I'm the least technical heirloom sewer you'll ever meet. So I'm kind of looking forward to sort of the serendipity of the dye meeting the high precision, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That actually is my same answer as well. All of my quilts are very precise and pre-planned, and there's not a lot of room for spontaneity because I figure it all out before even looking at fabric. And so I am delighted and so looking forward to working with both of you, because both of your techniques are very spontaneous and kind of let it happen, and let's just see what, you know, let's try this and see what happens, and then we'll take that from there and develop, you know, continue developing. It's very different from how I'm used to working, but I have had a lot of fun playing with your fabric, and I haven't started with your stuff, Cheryl, yet, but I've got some ideas, and I'm very excited to step out of my comfort zone.
Well, I think that what you need to do, Kestrel, is trust the fabric. It knows what it wants to be.
That's very easy to say, but
I see so much left brain, right brain coming together in this. And I think that you're a retreater, or you are thinking about becoming a retreater with us for Spaced Out. You probably are one or the other. You're probably thinking, this is not technical enough for me, or this is too loosey goosey for me, or it's not, or I'm super precise and I don't know if this will work. This is going to be for everybody. You're going to have something to come away with,
Yes.
which is really awesome.
Agreed.
Yes. Well
And-
said.
And fun in relationship along the way.
Mhm.
I love it. I
I'm
love
looking
it.
forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Is it time yet? Is it time?
Well, we're going to tell people to go ahead and sign up as soon as they can and join us in the end of January 2025. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes.
And let's do this again in 6 weeks and show some quilts off.
Sure.
I think that's the plan.
Excellent.